the study between the correlation of music and education has been a topic for studying for the past couple decades. There's also a big debate on whether the funding of arts is funded or whether it's cut, so that's a big problem. I believe that the people who study music have a more active brain and therefore do better in school. Studying music helps strengthen the brain and help it focus. The medical journal Neuroscience Letters did a study on people. They took two groups. One did music. One was a group of people who study music. One was people who don't study music, and they did an experiment where they did a series of complex finger movements. The people who didn't study music could do it, but the people who study music expended less energy in their brains. They had them hooked up to a mechanical thing and they could read their brain activity. Studying also helps in youths while they're developing basic skills. I don't know, I couldn't find the source on who did it, but there's a study on multiple websites that they took preschoolers and they hooked the ones that took piano lessons and then ones who took computer lessons, and then ones who did piano lessons scored 34% higher on a test measuring spatial temporal ability, which is basically learning different proportional reasoning like fractions and ratios, which is the hardest thing to teach to small children. Also, the same could be said for people who study music later in life. The Rockefeller Foundation's study stated that music majors have the highest rate of admittance to medical school at 66.7%. So while non-musicians can excel in life, I believe that people who study music do better in school and in life.
All right, the issue's set up pretty well. You make a claim that is easy for us to follow, so I think you're doing fine there. You had a good citation on the first study that you're talking about, and I thought that worked really well. I wasn't quite sure where to fit it in. I'm kind of giving you some credit on example information there because it doesn't really seem to have any statistical information that's going on. Later on, you do have an argument that involves some statistical information. That's that the kids scoring 34% higher on the spatial abilities issue, and I like that, but that was the one piece of information that you were a little ambiguous on about where the research was done. You said you had trouble pinning that down, so that kind of diminishes that a little bit. And then there's another piece of information that is also statistical in nature, which talks about it's from the Rockefeller Institute, which talks about the admissions to colleges and those sorts of things. And I thought that was okay. I'm also kind of giving you a little bit of credit in the testimony category on that one to get you that third category. Otherwise, it would have simply been a second statistic there. So I'm a little iffy about the ambiguity of the one source citation, but the others were pretty good. Delivery issues, look, you've got good projection, although sometimes you do seem a little bit hesitant. Maybe that's just some anxiety issues that are going on, and I think that those things will get better as time goes by. And I thought you had a good summary of the argument at the end. All right, thank you.